Yeah,
That's so sweet.
so I think the fans are probably noticing that too. Well, speaking of the music, you've got your new single out today,
Yes.
Hot House. Tell me about the inspiration for both the song and the music video, because the music video is incredible, really artistic.
Thank you.
I think the song, I mean, it's very personal to both of us. Obviously not geared towards the same relationship, but we definitely both were able to relate to this subject matter. I mean, a hot house, that was a lyric that we had in a song that was written a couple years ago that just didn't fit our sound or our record. But we took that lyric knowing that it was going to fit somewhere. So it was just always in
We
our
loved the
notes.
idea of Hot
Yeah.
House.
And so as soon as we, worked with Mikey and just started getting in the studio with him, this natural co-write happened. He had this, acoustic track that he had recorded years ago that is the guitar part you hear on the record. And we just started writing this melody to
off
it,
of it,
and lyrics started flowing, and then all of a sudden we were bringing in that hot house idea again. So for us, I mean, a hot house flower can be a lot of different flowers, but it's, it's very temperamental to grow, to water, the amount of sun it needs to get in a greenhouse.
It's like impossible to nurture.
Basically,
Yeah, and that for us, it's been a relationship that we both experienced. It's so hard to nurture this relationship that you feel like it's like taking care of a hothouse flower. So for us, we were able to connect the two on a level that was emotional and personal, but also like nature inspired.
Okay. Now, you mentioned a relationship. Was it a relationship with a guy, or was it a relationship perhaps with the label? That's, I think some people are wondering. Yeah.
Yeah, no, this was definitely a male. This was definitely a relationship.
Okay.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, I actually never would think that would even come across, but I understand because we're not with them. That
Right.
No, this was definitely, I mean, more specifically, I guess it would be more, it was kind of a specific relationship with me. But, I mean, AJ definitely can attest to her hothouse relationships.
And I think we can be hothouse flowers too.
Yeah,
this is
true.
also this is not a
Guy
the cool thing about
bashing
this song is that
song,
it's not us
Not
getting
like,
in a
we
room
don't want to
going,
get into
we hate boys.
man haters.
Right,
But,
because men are amazing. But for Allie and I mean, please, Allie and I really felt like yeah, you can have those relationships where they're really delicate on either side.
And it's next to impossible to ever get to that place where it's good.
Right.
Exactly.
So I think that's just kind of coming at it in a very realistic sense, and still showing also the strength of a woman, and really not being afraid to show our femininity in the video, obviously, as you can see. So
Right. Well, speaking of the video, where was it shot? It's so beautiful.
thanks.
you.
We shot it on location. We shot over 3 days.
Okay.
And our director, Stephen Pierce Ringer, just had such an amazing vision that we all worked out together, really. But honestly, we trusted his taste and his eye so much that we literally said, you can do whatever you want. You can shoot part of this on film, which when you see kind of those parts that are in black and white and that are kind of fragmented in movement, that's all on film with a hand crank. Wow. So we just kind of let him do what he wanted to, and we just said, look, just make us look like obviously our relationship is. Don't make it look like we're on two separate planets, and we want it to be beautiful, but we don't want it to be try hard or any of that. And I think that's why there's moments at the end, like when I kiss AJ or whatever, like that all just I think happened like in the moment, and he was able to be rolling, while those things happened. So, but we shot out in Lompoc, which is in.
I love that name.
It's in California, but it's out near Santa Barbara.
Okay.
We shot it on this beautiful wild Mustang reserve called Return to Freedom that AJ and I are both a part of. So all of the horses in the video are wild Mustangs. Which
More
is
horses
pretty
were a part of
special.
the video than people. That's
Right.
for sure.
Yeah, there was
Actually,
a lot.
100%. The crew,
lot
there's
of
less
horses.
crew members than horses.
The cool thing is we felt so comfortable with them. I mean, these are totally
They were, like,
wild,
coming up to us,
hot-blooded
which was so
Mustangs,
amazing.
and we were like connecting with them on a really cool level. I mean, it was amazing to see that they weren't scared. Like they were like, what are these people doing?
Well,
on
and
the
like
turf?
we had like umbrellas up
But-
too. I mean, it was raining, it was misting that day. We ended up using those as props, but we just so happened to bring them, and then thank God we did, because we actually used them a lot. But even the horses weren't really afraid of that. It was kind of amazing.
I love that. Do you guys have horses of your own?
No,
I wish.
but
We used to.
Okay.
One day.
All right.
would
One
be
day
amazing.
again.
All right. Well, we're almost out of time, guys, but we need to get to a few more fan questions. All right. So Catherine wants to know, do you two ever get sick of each other while touring and performing?
I don't think we get sick of each other performing on stage.
I love how I go, yeah. And she
You're
goes,
like, yeah,
I don't think
duh.
so.
No, but like
mean, we
performing
are
on
sister.
stage, I've never been like, gosh, AJ, pull it together.
Oh,
like,
yeah, in a workspace? No.
never like that. But touring, yeah, like we'll get in each other's hair, or like, I don't know. I mean, probably like Asia got mad at me yesterday because like I didn't fill out something right at the airport.
Yeah,
She
that's
got
right.
mad at me.
I'm like, you're always filling out things wrong.
No, at the mail place.
Mail.
She
You
got
were
mad
shipping
at
something
She
out.
got mad at me and she was like, "Did you fill it out right?" And I go, "Yes." And then the guy was like, "You did not fill this out right."
And I was like, "See,
I told you."
She like gave you like
So
the side eye.
yeah, but
very
we're pretty
exciting.
good though in the traveling
Okay.
space.
I agree. I mean, like the tour bus, it obviously is really tight space, and it's Allie and I, so it's like it can get a little like, ugh, get out of my head. But
Right.
at the same time, it's like we're partners. I mean, this is
Yeah.
what we do. It's like, you know, working together. I don't get sick of it because I feel like on stage or writing, I wouldn't want to do this as a solo artist.
Who
So.
gets the top bunk? Who gets the bottom bunk?
We
You know
both
what?
get top on either side.
Both because we
All right.
face
And
we're
then
side by
we
side.
can see each other on
and
the
we can
side.
just go.
Hi.
Yeah.
You guys can like play like with the.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Yeah, we can. I love it.
So, Kieran 13 wants to know: will "Suspended" be on the album? And what the part of the song that we heard
Yeah.
is breathtaking.
That's so sweet. Yeah, you know, Suspended's not on the record.
Yeah, there were so many songs that we had, obviously, and we couldn't do everything. So we had to.
I do love that song,
take some
and it's
out.
very personal for me, especially. But it was kind of cool that we were able to just kind of get that out there and excite people, and I love that they loved it. But it just didn't really seem to fit
Yeah.
with the entire.
But we could play it live though at a show, which is fun.
Yeah, we could always do that.
Awesome. Now we have a few more questions. You've got a film coming out, Grace
Yeah.
Unplugged.
Yeah,
Oh,
Agent.
Grace,
Yeah,
sorry,
it's
Grace
okay.
Unplugged.
No, that's okay.
Well, Grace Unplugged and Grown Ups. I get that.
Yeah.
There's
They're both
two-
GU.
2G.
Yeah.
GU.
Yeah. Grace Unplugged comes out October 4th. I'm really excited. It was my first opportunity to star in a major feature, and Lionsgate just gave me an incredible opportunity.
Really
and
good
trusted
family
me and-
movie. Really good.
Yeah, it is. It really is. And I think it'll speak to people on a lot of levels. Incredible people behind it, and I got to work with some really amazing actors. And Kevin Pollak is like one of my favorite people now, and we became really close. And it's a really beautiful story. I think
Awesome.
people like it. Yeah.
Cool. And do you have any films coming out? I loved you in Easy A.
Oh, thank you. Grown Ups is actually coming out. Grown Ups 2.
Right.
Well, on July 12th.
Yeah, really soon.
So,
lot
so
coming
yeah,
up.
so that's gonna obviously be really fun, and the premiere is this week in New York. So I'm gonna see, all the guys from that. But that was a really fun, fun shooting schedule. I mean, we were filming in Boston, and just kind of had a great time. And Adam is a really good person, so it's refreshing to work with somebody who's got their head on their shoulder.
The budget
and,
is endless, and
Yeah,
it's
it was
the
just
mat-
like
it's just.
it was pretty crazy.
She'd show
yeah.
me photos of the set, and I was just like,
She's like, what? I was like,
It's
yeah,
incredible.
they built a pool in basically in a giant studio.
yeah,
I
why
was
use
like,
a real one?
Right?
Yeah. Why go on
does
location?
that?
Just
Well,
build a
it's
set.
Hollywood. Hello.
Exactly.
Now, before we go, do you guys have an album title yet?
No, we don't have an album title.
Okay.
I mean, I think that for right now, we've kind of felt like Hot House actually is a perfect title, and I've always had my visions of what I think the cover should look like. So, Hot House to me really works. I
agree.
But honestly, it really depends on getting a label and where that kind of places everything. So for us, honestly, it could kind of be called anything. I think at this point we'd be probably happy.
Anything.
Yeah.
78Violet,
Like,
anything.
just anything.
78Violet. Check out our new album,
Anything.
Anything. And it's good too because I feel like fans too, when they know more of the new songs and really are
Right.
familiar with them,
They're
I
gonna
feel like they can
feel-
kind of choose too,
Yeah, they're gonna
and
feel it
we'll
out.
feed off of that online.
And now, is Hot House going to foreshadow the kind of sound that all the others? Yeah.
Yeah. I think that song describes the record in its best, fullest explanation. I mean, I think the music is obviously, on either side of that song. That's definitely in the middle. There's an arc throughout the record, but I think that you really kind of understand the kind of music that you're going to be expecting from the album, and that it does have a bit of a 70s tone, and there's a lot of piano and
strings.
a lot of strings. Very musical.
Cool. Well, we can't wait. You guys were
Thank
so
you.
much fun.
Thank you.
Thanks for
Thank you,
stopping by
Micah.
Music Choice UNA. And thanks
you.
to all the fans out there for tweeting
Thanks,
in all
you
your
guys.
questions.
Thank
the girls
you.
loved it. Now, before you go, we got to...
Sign.
Sign the
yeah,
couch.
sign the couch. So
We're
pick a
honored.
color.
Wait,
What-
purple.
Violet.
Oh, yeah,
yeah,
Violet.
Have to.
she's got
But no,
it.
you already have it.
Let me see.
All
Oh, sorry.
right.
I've
Well,
already
bye,
got
guys.
Who am I
Catch you
sitting
next
on?
time.
Bye, guys.
Bye.